So OpTic Hex was on a podcast recently talking about, crypto and the metaverse, and that he spent, 20 hours in the past week alone just focusing on learning on the crypto market.
Serious rabbit hole, and I've invested, call it close to 20 hours in the last week just on NFT and this information. This is the simplest proof of a metaverse thing. If you could put a VR headset into where you're at, like you and a bunch of other people went to a concert in the metaverse.
I know. Well, Davis was showing us that people were watching our matches in the metaverse, like on a theater screen.
Yeah, the thing is I think people get confused when people just apply the metaverse to only one location. It's not. The metaverse is anything that is in digital land, essentially. Twitter is a form of metaverse because you're not there physically. It is your representation of you digitally through your name that's communicating with other people on the same platform as that.
Somebody told you that.
I understand it more now.
Really?
No, this is I'm telling you. The second that I started, the second that one little thing unlocks in your brain, and I'm talking about everybody's brain, you understand it fully because you apply whatever information you have in there to that one thing.
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called an epiphany.
And I'm not saying I have as many hours invested in learning crypto as Hex, but I think the community as a whole, we're almost there to like really scratching the surface of the NFT and crypto world. And I just wanted to make this video on like my take of the crypto space and the NFT space and the metaverse space specifically, because I think we're already inside of the metaverse. When I go and play Halo, I'm going to the universe of Halo. When I play as my Spartan, that is my avatar. And right now, I may not get a full 3D interaction. I can only view the metaverse in the screen that I have, which would be my monitor. I think that is going to transition and blur more with augmented reality and virtual reality, and then our reality is really going to blend together. On your phone, and you're going to apps like Facebook and Twitter, those are like their own states, their own continents, and you go in and you have your own house, which is your profile, and what you're sharing out to that Twitterverse or that Twitter place, that plane, is where people could see. So I almost want you guys to think of the metaverse as kind of like the spirit world with an Avatar The Last Airbender, how it's all around us and exists within us and around us, but we can't see it because our human eyes can't see that plane of existence. Does that make sense? I know it sounds woo-woo-wee-wah, but it really is kind of like just another layer, another filter to life. If we look at our phones, these phones are almost like a lens, a filter, so that we could see the metaverse and that we can interact with the metaverse. Look at Pokemon Go, for example. Pokemon Go made it so that Pokemon are all around us and we can't visually see them with our eyeballs, but when we pull up the app, when we could scan around, we could see that there's Pokemon all around us. Or even way back in the day when the QR codes, you could collect monsters from, doing QR codes at the grocery store. That was really the first wave of introduction of NFTs and a metaverse, if you would. So I think it's going to be natural that we're going to have currency that not only can we spend, IRL and, go to Walmart and buy our groceries with, but I think eventually it's going to get to where we can buy currency within the games with, which we basically can now. It's the US dollar. It just converts into whatever currency is needed to be. But I don't think there's going to be a need for conversion in the near future. And if we go on Fortnite or Halo or Call of Duty and we buy a bundle, there's no limits to those bundles. Imagine if there was a limit to like 100,000 bundles, right? When this Mastercraft weapon release, when this legendary blueprint releases, when this bundle releases, there's only an X amount of them. And when you buy that, you can only get one bundle per account, so you can't have people, hoarding and trying to resell these bundles or items. But then you bring value to your actual account. So as you're playing games, you're actually growing the value of your account, of your assets. And if you wanted to, let's say, sell that purple cosmetic or that Mastercraft bundle, you could actually sell that cosmetic in-game. To me, this is executed the best with World of Warcraft. I think the resistance to crypto and the metaverse as a whole, I think it is kind of ignorant. It's kind of like when the TV and the radio were coming around. Families already had radios within their household, so why would they need a TV if their source of entertainment was a radio? Well, the TV was going to provide so much more value for the family and so much more entertainment and more engagement. The metaverse is going to be like that. Why would we need to be in the metaverse when we can just watch our shows or play our games on a TV? It's going to be so much more immersive, and the experience is going to be like nothing we've ever experienced. But make sure you guys send this over to Hex, because I would love to have a conversation and pick his brain about it, because he has the platform to really expand and open people's eyes. And I would just honestly love to have a conversation with Hex just about crypto and NFTs. Not saying that I know anything, but just have a conversation on the possibilities and the things that we could potentially do with the metaverse. Because I have a few NFTs for Hex and the OpTic crew that if they implemented right now, they could fund this year's Call of Duty team Valorant team and next year's Call of Duty Valorant and Halo team. Can't forget about them. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.